So this is what Castle Rocks looks like when the sun disappears. And what might surprise you is I almost didn't shoot this at all. Landscape photography's never been my thing, but a friend challenged me out here, and I'm just not great at saying no.
Well, the sun is getting ready to set. I'm going to finish up dinner, wash dishes, and get ready for the night. About 11:30, the Milky Way should come up. I hope to get that, and then get some sleep before tomorrow morning. I'll move over to get the rocks in the foreground and get the sunrise shot in the morning. That's my hope. We'll see how it works.
As it sets, the sun goes down quickly behind these rocks. I need to be both ready and patient. Ready to get the right moment as the golden rays highlight the tall grasses in the foreground, and patient enough to wait for the perfect moment when the sun's final rays peek over the rocks to form a sunstar. Then here's a pro tip. Sunset photos are easy to get wrong if you only shoot wide and fail to focus on the depth of the frame, from the grass in the foreground to the sky in the back.
I've been looking for the right composition for the Milky Way shot, and I think I found it. At 2 o'clock in the morning, the Milky Way should be rising over the top of this rock. I'm going to set up the camera and show you what I'm looking at. So I've got my Viltrox 27mm lens on here. You may not be able to see it right now, but there's a cavity in this rock. And so what I plan to do is take and do some light painting into that cavity, sort of hope to get some depth in there and get some details of this rock face above that. And then I'll raise the camera, come out at 1 o'clock, and I'll take this Milky Way. It's a very simple panorama. I'm going to do the foreground and then raise it and do the sky. Blend those together when I get back home. It should be a fantastic shot. Good morning. It's 1 a.m. and the stars are out, and it's a beautiful night. I'm going to do this panorama. It's going to be a real simple panorama. It's going to be 2 shots wide and 2 shots tall. And I'm going to light paint this rock in the foreground, and then I'm also going to get a little bit off to the east and get 2 shots high of the sky and make that a 4x4 panorama. The Milky Way is coming out just over the rock, and I want to get some of that Milky Way in the sky. See if this is going to work. Very excited. So let me turn the light off of me, and I'm going to do a little bit of light painting on these rocks, do 2 shots of that, and then bring it up and get 2 long exposures. I've got the star tracker set up, so I'm going to do 2 long exposures of the sky. I have some lightning going on out here to the north. It's not supposed to rain, not supposed to storm. But out here on the open plains, anything can happen, and it happens quickly. The challenge with the star tracker, it's got to be set up perfect. You know, it's got to be perfectly aligned to Polaris. Otherwise, you're going to get star trails when you have these super long exposures. Now, some people do 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just doing 1 minute. And I guess I need to trust my equipment better, don't I? All right, let's see what it looks like. Oh, man. Whoa. That looks good. So I'm going to put a fresh battery in here, and then I'll do a time lapse. It's hard to do some of this stuff in the dark. Fresh battery is in. Turn this on. Yep, alrighty, good deal. Now we're gonna set up drive mode, and then we're gonna do interval. We're going to do 25-second intervals. How many shots we're gonna do? All right, so 24 shots, 10, it would be 240. Says that'll take an hour and 40 minutes to do 240 shots. All right, so let me turn this thing on, let it start just doing its interval shoots. I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I'll come back around 3:15 and get that, and it should be a good night. Get ready for tomorrow morning when the sun comes up. Hear that coyote? I'm setting up on top of this rock. I'm all set up for the sunrise. The sun will come up in the east. I'm gonna turn my camera over toward that way. Sunrise is actually at 6:28 and it is currently 6:11. So it's getting nice and bright. I'm gonna take, I think, got some low-level clouds out through here. Gives it some interest. Some other clouds out along the horizon, and hope that will just start glowing red as the sun comes up. We'll see. Every day is new, and every day it's great to be out. There's the east. That's where the sun's going to come up. But I'm going to set this camera facing these rocks. I want to, if I can, I'd like to get the sun illuminating these rocks as they come up. So I'll do a time lapse of the rocks, and hopefully the sun will start to illuminate them, maybe hitting from the top and working their way down to the bottom. I have one more stop for one more photo, but before I go and do that, I want to share something with you. It's a little trick that I actually learned from friends of mine. Nicole hikes a lot and Tim eats a lot. One of the things that they do when they go out to hike and camp is they bring an extra tent. They have the tent that they stay in, or if they car camp, they stay in their Subaru. Now they've gotten a van. If you haven't watched Nicole's videos, you really need to. They carry an extra tent, and they use that tent sort of like maybe a supply hub. All the stuff that they don't want in their tent, but they need at the campsite, they throw in that tent. So I started doing that. Reactive Outdoor sent me this tent. Now they asked me to check it out, and they asked me if I liked it, would I share with you what I'd like about it or don't like about it. It's supposed to be a 3-second tent. It's a 3-person tent, so it's bigger than what I've been carrying, but it's a 3-second tent. It's actually very, very compact, very lightweight. We're going to see if I can really set it up in 3 seconds. Well, that was fast and easy. It has 2 doors, so you can get out on either side. Plenty big. Yeah, that's a nice tent. I like it. It's made out of a heavy-duty nylon, and then it has a rain fly that goes over the top here. Lift it up, push that bar down, it's locked in place. That's all it is to it. It's supposed to be just as easy to take down. Let's try that out. put up, easy to take down. And one of the things I like is the sack. It wraps around the tent. It's not like some of the stuffed sacks. It's so hard to get the tent in it once you've taken it out. This is pretty easy.
Well, Castle Rocks has been so much fun. It's been a beautiful trip and beautiful land. I came out here to meet a challenge to get the sunset, to take a photograph of the Milky Way, and then to capture the sunrise the next morning. Landscape photography is a challenge for me. I love wildlife. I'm learning to love landscape as much. But you know, the hardest part wasn't the technical stuff. It was just trusting that the light would be there. That's what landscape photographers understand that I'm still trying to learn. How to use light to its fullest. I'll keep working on it. If you've got a photography challenge that you've been putting off, maybe this is your sign, and I'd love to hear about that in the comments. Let me share my favorite photographs of the trip here with you. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path, and God bless you.